Welcome, friends. My name is Silas Ollegario, and I'm the host of Think Onward, a podcast about books, studies, productivity, and lifestyle. Now, after the intro. Hello. Here we are. Here I am. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Silas. I am so glad you're here listening to me. You're watching on my YouTube channel. I don't know what you're doing or know why you're here, but I'm glad you're here. I'm just glad you came, I'm glad you came. I'm so happy this day. If you couldn't get by the title, today's Rebecca and I are completing 4 years married. Yes, it is our anniversary. I wish she could be here with us, but she's working like crazy. A lot of people are on vacation in her sector at work, so which means her boss and her have taken the entire responsibility for the entire sector. So she's been stressed since 8 in the morning. But it's all good. Today is a day to celebrate. Today is a day to be happy. It's a day that I want to thank you so much for listening every week. People who are... I have new listeners from many different places every single week. And if you, for some reason, you've stumbled to this podcast because you like the cover or the name, or because maybe you found something interesting in the titles, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you came. Again, this is my third week. I've been posting this YouTube, this podcast also on YouTube. So you can actually, it's like a video cast. I'm recording my podcast with my phone here. A very simple setup, nothing special, nothing very big. Just so now more people can maybe get connected to us. And I like to say us because eventually there are people over. Eventually my friends are going to be here and people I'm going to invite. And I want to have people who are going to add something, some value to our viewers and to our listeners. And yes, but today I want to talk about two things. One I started already, which is the fact that it is my anniversary. Rebecca and I, Linen, right? Linen is 4 years of married. Is a linen stuff. I don't know how we call the name. Because in Portuguese they say bodas. I don't know how is this name in English. But anyway, I don't mind. I'm so happy. So ready to go out and celebrate. We celebrated for lunch today. We had a special lunch. But we're about to go out and have dinner and also maybe go to the movies. A very couple thing. We like this kind of simple things we have available in our lives. And these are the things that make me so happy. And because it's September 15th, because it's our anniversary, I would like to say a few things about my relationship with Rebecca. And the fact that we've been married for 4 years says something really big about my wife. She's such a patient woman, and because I'm not an easy guy to live with, I have so many things that I like, so many things I dislike, and I like stuff in a certain way, and she likes it in a different way sometimes, and it was all a very demanding and difficult and sometimes bumpy ride until here, but nonetheless, we are here and we are so happy and so thrilled. My wife is amazing. I love her and I love the fact that we are together, and hopefully we have 40 more years ahead of us together. Hopefully, of course, with kids soon. I won't soon, but I tell my friends every time someone asks me, "Okay, when are you guys having kids?" And I say, "You know what? I wanted to have kids already, but she just wants to use me, and that's the reality. she just wants me for her." And but all kidding aside, Hopefully, we're gonna have even better next 4 years, so we can continue being this happy couple and continue. Sometimes people don't notice this, but very small things can cause a huge impact in people's lives. And in our families, both my side and her side, we family as being so many cousins and people we know and aunts and uncles have gone through divorce. People have no Nowadays people are finding more and more difficult to stay married, and every year we have going through difficulties, going through amazing stuff. We notice that we love each other so much that there's no way we're doing anything in life separate. There's no way in my life I'm gonna have something else or someone else other than Rebecca, you know. And the reason I wanted to start, not just because it's September 15th, but I think it's a nice moment to talk about this relationship. But I want to actually share a little bit of our lives with you guys. And Rebecca and I, we met at church back in 2014. And because, friends and going through the same stuff and having fun, all single people. And then our first date, we went to a concert, a very romantic concert. George Versilo, he's a singer here in Brazil. And after that date, one thing led to another, and we started dating officially. And then in 2017, September 2017, we got married. Was the most beautiful wedding you can expect. People used to say it was the wedding of the year, but one of our friends said, no, dude, this was the wedding of the century. Because ever since we were young, we started having these miracles happening in our lives, Rebecca and I, we don't come from families with money. My parents have no money. Her parents have no money. We had no way of having a family putting money in our wedding. So we had to do it ourselves. But today, talking through lunch, and we said, you know what? Everything happened in our lives wasn't for us, wasn't because of us, and the way we believe, the way we trust in God is His way of doing stuff. We are just here because of Him, and it was His mercy, it was His grace with us in our lives and for us. And we had an amazing wedding in the most beautiful place we have here in the city, in Brasilia, in Brazil. And the beautiful day, the sun was out. We got married. We always wanted to get married in the end of the afternoon, with the sun going down, the beautiful sunset, and we did. It was hot and sunny, and everything was gorgeous. The food was delicious. They had a great time. We had a great time. We drank a lot of beer and whiskey and just kind of stuff we like. And then we went to our honeymoon. We went to São Paulo next day, but we went to Curaçao. Curaçao is an island in the Caribbean. Such a beautiful place. So hot there. The end of the summer, in the Caribbean, no hurricanes. Even though in Florida, actually in the Republicans and Cuba, all these places, they had a huge hurricane. Was the Hurricane Irma was unbelievable, destroyed so many places, but not our island. We were there with sun and heat, and so everything was great. Everything was great. The hotel, the resort, was a 5-star resort. Amazing place. We had such a great time. We're starting our life and our journey together as a married couple. And during the honeymoon, we had a small issue. But when I say it was a problem, people will start laughing, because what happened? We were supposed to stay 7 days there in this amazing island. But on the 7th day, we were returning already, arriving at the airport there. And then we found out there was a strike a pilot strike in Colombia. The air company we chose, Avianca. But they said, you know what? Don't worry. We're gonna send you out to a very nice resort. It's called Santa Barbara Beach and Golf Resort, which was the resort we spent the last 7 days. So we got 3 extra days for free and all inclusive. So it was such a nice time. When I tell people, oh yeah, there was a problem, people don't. Oh my God, this is not a problem. 3 extra free days in paradise. Really, you're calling this a problem? So it's just to make fun. So we had a great and amazing time. Then we got back to work and stuff, and we've been happy ever since. Of course, marriage is something that is demanding, something that you need to work for every single day. So we've been having bumps, ups and downs, but we decided very early on in our career together that we were going to do stuff together. So ever since we decided to move to Canada, which was before we got married, but then now after we got married, we paid everything, and now it's time to save money to go to Canada because the process of immigrating is so expensive. But now as a couple, things are, easier. And you always have someone next to you, supporting you and helping you make decisions and actually making decisions with you. And we found in each other a partner. Rebecca is not just my wife. It's not just a person I sleep with. She is my partner in crime, my partner in justice, my partner and my companion in every single thing. People used to make fun of us that we were always together because I don't want to be with anybody else, I'm not the kind of person, we are not this kind of people. We don't have to be with friends to actually enjoy life. Rebecca is already my friend. When I'm with her, I am with a friend. And people, but that's weird, that's different, it's not exactly like this. Well, maybe it's not for you, it is for us. And it's been working out great since then, since 2017, 4 years now. 1,460 days, is that correct? Maybe I'm going to use this for the title. But anyway, we've been happy, we've been working, and we've been moving, and we've been deciding what to do and when to do and how to do stuff. And the entire process, immigration process, she actually took care of it. Rebecca is so centered when she has a task at hand. She's so good at doing stuff, and I love delegating, but I love I think I love when people do stuff for me. And Rebecca actually went so deep in this process of immigration and etc. Especially because she is until now the main. The immigration is in her name, and I'm just going as a spouse. But now, because of COVID last year, we had to change some things. Instead of going as immigrants, we were immigrating through the study permit process. And then now I am the main person in the process. But ever since we got married, she's been blessing my life. She's been such a great part of everything I do. Even this podcast, she was the person who most, incentivized me in the beginning to start and to go out and do something and, have fun because you like to talk. You like to speak English and you like talking and you like, sharing experiences, sharing about the books that you read and etc. So I think you might have something to add to people's lives, people who maybe want to listen to you. And, well, she was right. We all believe. Sometimes it's difficult to see this, but we all have something to share. We all have something that people want to listen to, want to hear, or people want to experience through you. And when we created this podcast and she helped me with the name, she helped me with everything, it was so nice. And she actually was in episode 0, the first ever episode we released. She's not very comfortable. Rebecca is so different than me. She's not very comfortable putting herself out there. I mean, she doesn't like to see her image She doesn't like her voice recorded. I know it's crazy because, again, it's again part of that spotlight effect. People don't care about your voice. People don't care if you have a good voice or a bad voice, or if your voice is too deep or too high pitched. I mean, people don't really care, but she does, and I actually don't mind. It's her way of doing. It's her way of being, and so I'm so great. I'm so grateful to God because of my wife. And yes, today's our anniversary, 4 years married. So thank you so much in advance, because I know people are gonna comment this on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram. People have already been celebrating this and congratulating us because, well, 4 years is some. Today, 4 years is still something, you know. Maybe years ago, people, oh, you celebrate when you get to 10 or 15. But no, every year is a victory. And yeah, it's part of the life process that we want to share with you guys. And the other thing that I would like to share with you today is because what happened? Last week, September 6th, I got an email from the immigration, you know, the government of Canada, saying that officially I was accepted as an international student. Let me go back. The process of going to a foreign country to study at a university is a little bit complicated, because first you need to apply. You need to meet the requirements for that university, for the course that you want to study. And then you need to apply and pay everything. And then maybe or maybe not be accepted. I was accepted by the University of Calgary in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, which is the place we're going to. And then we start, after you're accepted, you start the process of being evaluated by the government of Canada to see if I am eligible to be there. And I was. Good. Now that I'm eligible, I need to start the entire process and actually show all the documents and everything they ask for to maybe or not be approved to enter Canada. It's a long process. Maybe it wasn't that long years ago, but ever since the pandemic last year, things are slower. No, things have not been working the same way. But on September 6th, this year, I got an email saying that congratulations, we are happy to say that you were approved in your process, so you can now come to Canada. I cannot. At the moment this happened, I was at church. I played the drums, and I was rehearsing for this recording we had last week. And then I just decided to message my wife, and I messaged Rebecca, say, okay, don't freak out. And she was like, oh my God, what happened? And I said, we're going to Canada officially. She was so crazy. She called me yelling and screaming, oh my God, I cannot believe we're going. And yes, it's until now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because until now, it's been like almost 10 days. And it's still kind of, oh my God, I still can't believe that after 4 years waiting for this moment, we're finally going, you know. But then you had to do stuff. You had to send out your passport so they can stamp your visa and etc. And today in the morning, September 15th, I got an email from the immigration's office saying that the official date of my visa is today, September 15th. So you can imagine how happy how happy we are, because in our special day, in the most special day of our lives as a married couple, we also have this official decision from the government of Canada that we are allowed to be in Canada, you know, effective immediately. This is so overwhelming sometimes. This entire process of getting married is complicated, and if you are married, you know what I'm talking about. If you are going to get married, just get ready. But the most overwhelming thing is this process of immigrating and etc. Because you're going to a new country, a country where you don't know anyone, you have no idea how the culture is. Maybe you have heard about the stuff, but you don't live there. Brazil is a hot place. Canada is a cold place. So just by that, you can see how big of a difference is going to be in our lives in real life. And now that it's finally happening, it's kind of crazy because I still kind of cannot believe it, But the best thing ever about this is that we were so in a hurry for everything. But now that we have the visa, we say, you know what? Now we don't need to be. Now we noticed that we don't have to be in a hurry. We don't have to be, so nervous about this entire process and etc. Because we're going. So, and because we are going, we can wait and go whenever we want. Our visa expires in 2025. So I have until 2025 to enter Canada. It's not going to be necessary. We are going soon. We haven't decided when we're going, but believe me, I'm going to tell you here on my YouTube channel, but also on my podcast. Once we decide to go, I'm going to share with you guys. And, I think that's it. I wasn't going to talk about this today, but I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy, so excited, so happy, and so overwhelmed by the feeling that everything we were waiting for is finally happening. And to sum up and to add this to the most important date, September 15th of every year is going to be, for the rest of my life, is going to be the best day of my life. This day I officially decided that Rebecca is going to be the one for my life forever. And we did this for each other, and that's just great. And I just wanted to share this experience with you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it's maybe wasn't a valuable thing. I didn't share something deep or something nice, something interesting. I didn't talk about a book, about a song, about some kind of stuff that I read somewhere. But I just wanted to share with you. I decided that this podcast is a place where I can open up my heart and I can share and pour everything for you guys. And even if it's not just for you, even if maybe in 20 years my kids are gonna wanna listen to what was my dad thinking 20 years ago, and they have this so they can check it out. It's a very nice way of me it's kind of like a journal, because of this podcast and these YouTube videos I create every week. I have this thing that I'm gonna have something for posterity, And anyway, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening for these last 23 minutes. For watching, if you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you for being here every week. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do go to YouTube. It's Silas Ollegario. I post videos I post this podcast every Wednesday, but I post videos specifically for YouTube every Saturday. Music videos, productivity videos, book reviews, this kind of stuff. And I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great life, and I hope you're happy for us. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See you next week.